shodo-x!
Hey guys, welcome to either a segment of the latest Soda Pop episode or a Diet Soda Pop, a little bonus episode, because we've got a special guest right now. His name is Sentai Five. You might know him from Twitter, Legion of Boom, everything he's doing over there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
What's up, everybody? Sentai Five here. I don't know what there is to say about me. Working on a few videos, obviously, because that's my main thing in the Toku community. Besides watching Superhero Time every week and not ranting. I guess you could say ranting about whatever. Obviously,
well,
collecting toys as well.
I don't want to discount your really rad audio edits of old songs into some of the newer fights and vice versa.
Oh, thank you.
That's always some really good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah. The reason why I wanted to bring you on here, though, was because I know that you like figures, and you recently got into a few candy toy lines with Yudo into Ryu Soldier. So, why don't you tell us about sort of how you got into Yudo and what drew you in initially?
It was actually pretty simple. I didn't at the time when Q Rangers Yudo figures were first announced, and I saw the photos. I was like, wow, that's gonna be a lot of stickers to put on. But I've always wanted figures of the Q Ranger suits because they're fantastic. So, and at the time when Power Rangers was still with Bandai, excuse me. I was like, I don't want to wait like 5 years for the Bandai to make these figures or whatever. I want them right now while they're still available, while someone's making them. And, you can like actually you can actually pose them instead of like the vinyl figures where they just stand up and that's it.
Yeah.
And plus like they're pretty cheap,
Oh yeah, for real. Like that's what keeps me coming back time after time. It's
exactly,
like, well, I can afford this, and you get a lot out of it.
Absolutely.
No. So Q Ranger got you into Soto. How did you like the product that you got?
It was exactly what I expected it to be. You open up the box, you get a piece of candy that comes out, unless you want to call it the Bandai drug, as I usually call it.
Yeah.
And then you have a sticker sheet. I build a lot of Gunpla. I built a lot of Gunpla throughout my entire life, so I know how annoying the stickers can get. But I what's better was that I knew to expect that, so I didn't feel too bad about it. And then
I feel like people who build Gunpla like you and I, we already have that expectation of stickers, and then people jumping in without that background experience are like, why do I have to do stickers? This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's pretty much the norm. So I was expecting, like that. Of course, you're gonna have that plain figure already assembled, or sometimes I think for the Q Ranger ones, actually, they were like half assembled. I think you had to pop in the arm and pop in one of the legs also.
Yeah, something like that,
if I remember correctly. Yeah. Oh, side note, I'm upset that they never did the entire team of the Q Rangers.
Yeah, for real.
It was announced so late in the game. And
I think there may have been some sort of demand, and I think they were toying with the idea and just said, well, we'll try it here at the end. We know we're not going to get to it, but like this is a good test.
I think it definitely was, because I know for years that Sentai really isn't really too big on the action figures. It's the mecha and like the roleplay items that the toy line's really big on. But I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad we got Ryu Soldier.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger as well.
So you collected those guys too, right?
Oh yeah, all of them.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Man, it never stopped.
Oh yeah, what did you think about the Lupat figures?
I really, really like them. I like that the first wave you get all main 6 of the Rangers, and then the second you have gold and silver with the Portaman, and then obviously the armor set, the Super Pat Ren X and Super Lupin Red, which was great because you end up getting extra figures on the side because usually they sell them by the box if you if you buy them from like the main sites. So I was able to use an extra Lupin, no, not extra Lupin, extra Patren X, Super Patren X, and then I did a custom Super Patren Ichigo.
That's smart. That's smart. Yeah, because I never went back and tried to do that. That was
that's something I always wanted.
Yeah, for real. And they Living Ranger Key, Josh and I talk about it every now and again. Like, Yudo definitely could have used one last wave to get tricolor.
Absolutely,
that version. Yeah, like all that stuff out and then just be done. But then they never did it. So
I'm surprised it wasn't even a P Bandai set that they would have tried to do. You know?
Yeah. So going in with the Lupin Ranger information, like, do you think we'll get everything for Ryu Soldier?
Man, I'm really hoping on it because this is around the same time where last year the last Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger set came out as well. And ironically, I just got my payment notification for set 3 of Ryu Soldier today or yesterday. Nice. So I'm hoping Bandai will announce one more set because I really need that Max Ryusoul Red figure badly.
Yeah. And I feel like the difference here is that the stuff happened in the show so late game, just probably because fans were wanting it, and then Yudo just wasn't ready to make that happen.
Right. And there's still armors that I think Bandai should still make for Ryu Soldier that have appeared.
Yeah.
Because I want a complete set.
Yeah, it's weird, coming off of Soto, who is they are dedicated to making the most complete versions of everything.
Right.
Even down to giving us like hands that are holding Waz's book, the 2 different Waz's books.
That's awesome.
Just in a set. It's weird that like Yudo is almost there. It's like just shy of making it.
Yeah, definitely.
Since you're more, Sentai focused, I was wondering what you thought about the Shoto Super stuff and what you wanna see from it going forward.
Well, obviously the Sun Vulcan figures were announced a few weeks ago, and looking at the prototypes, they look fantastic. I don't know what exactly is going to be sticker and what's not going to be sticker. Hopefully, the visors on the helmet won't have any stickers.
for Shoto, because Shoto's been around with the Kamen Rider line, they make sure to not do any stickers. Like, everything's pre-painted. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I guess it's almost a little worth the money then.
Oh yeah, it's a welcome change, but they are, still relatively shorter than Yudo and Soto.
Oh yeah. I'm hoping to see, I don't want to say Ryu Soldier ones because that's the current one, but like other older Sentai.
Yeah, definitely. I was hoping for like, a release pattern of, okay, we're doing the mini plot, but then also on the side we've got Shoto happening. Like,
that would be nice. How Go-Go 5 is doing the Super Mini Pla of the Victory Robo. I'm hoping maybe the next Shoto set will be the Go-Go 5 team, possibly.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too. Because that's one of the older ones that I actually like dove into a little bit. So I can't wait to see those suits if they make them.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I would also love to see a Live Man set too, because that's like one of my favorite suits of all time.
Oh yeah,
that team is so good.
That's one that I'm afraid of because we already got the Live Man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Are they? I really hope they're gonna go back and do the ones they already did. But if
we've already passed the 30th anniversary too.
Yeah. Dang. So those chances are looking a little more slim than I'd like. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, Shoto for a while has been doing Kamen Rider, so I'm glad that somehow it decided to extend into Sentai.
Hell yeah.
So about the premium aspect of it, what is it gonna have to do? What is the set gonna have to do to make you bite the bullet if you're looking at it as a consumer, like, what do you
Are,
need from it?
are we talking about shodo or just regular yudo?
Oh, shodo,
For this.
because
Okay.
Yudo would never do. I don't think they'd ever do
The premium bin. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, it has to. Aside from the sculpt, obviously looking very appealing, which isn't really hard to do. It has to include every single weapon in their arsenal if you're going to release a full team and expect someone to buy it.
Yeah,
I'm talking about, like, if they have like a handheld changer, you got to include little pieces of those maybe. Obviously the sidearms and main weapons as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which seems like they're doing it for Sun Vulcan, so it looks like a good start.
Yeah, definitely. I did not realize how complete Shoto wanted to be, because starting out, Shoto didn't really attempt to give you a fully complete experience. They just gave you a painted figure with a ton of hands and maybe a few accessories. Like, even the Decade didn't come with a blaster version of his ride book, or just the sword.
Oh, really?
And the holster. Yeah. So
I'm surprised.
Yeah. But now, like, in its current form, it's doing its best to get everything, and now that Sentai is under the umbrella, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm hoping it. I always say on Twitter all the time. I always post like my Yudo figures. I always say support Sentai Yudo figures all the time.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping. I think I might change my mind on the Sun Vulcan figures, because I was kind of like, because of the price, I was like, I don't know if I want them, if I do want them, but I think I might end up getting them eventually. And I'll probably be doing the same thing, saying support Sentai Shodo figures.
Yeah, we've definitely been doing that here. It is honestly a little hard to recommend it to people who are, like, on the fence, just because
the stickers.
When you do the math, well, no, not even stickers, because it's all painted. But, like, when you're talking about price per figure, and you're talking about the Shoto Super Set, and if you buy from Toku Collectibles instead of a middleman, it's around $30 per figure.
Yeah, that's
like, doing
pretty,
the math.
Yeah,
it's steep. It's definitely,
and it's not the
steep.
same size as like a 6-inch figure that's around that price usually either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right? It's gonna be
exactly.
a lot shorter.
I know, and my mind rationalizes it as this isn't technically like a startup company, because obviously it's Bandai, but just show Bandai that there's demand for this potentially, and
exactly.
Maybe give us more at an even better price point, and maybe we'll move away from having to be premium, perhaps, if there's enough demand.
Or if anything, release the weapon. This would be impossible, but maybe release the weapons separately or something, if that's like an indication of like a higher price point.
Yeah,
because there's some people who could do without the weapons, but I feel like that's like a main thing they need to include, though.
I know, yeah. Like, I don't know. There's no one that I know, especially like in our fandom, that would be fine with. Oh yeah, no weapons is fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of person. I need the weapons with my figures.
Yeah, for real. So, outside of Shoto, what would you say to the people who are looking at Euro and sort of want to get into it, but the stickers kind of detract them, and maybe they want a little bit more of a complete experience? What would you say to them to sort of get them into the line? You
really like this specific team? I'd say just go for it, because Hasbro may never ever adapt that Sentai for Power Rangers. Therefore, you may never get the figures you're expecting. That's like the main selling point right there, because that's the reality you have to face. Maybe they may never do Q Ranger. At least I have Shishi Red Orion and Ho-Oh Soldier and regular Shishi Red. They may never do LVP. I got the entire team already. It's fine.
So your tactic is instill a little bit of fear.
Yeah. You got to be ready to think on the spot, people.
That works, man.
Yeah, but also with the stickers situation, you just don't be overwhelmed by the stickers. It's like how do it? The Yudo figures is like an art. I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Where like you should take your time and really like spend the time to put the stickers on it. Don't do like a rush job. Do your best, and I think the end result for you will be definitely satisfying.
Yeah, definitely. It's in a way, considering this is sort of in some ways a branch of mini Plot.
Yeah.
This is meant to be a buildable experience, like
Right.
like
a hobby.
sort of model kit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like a feature of it, something for you to appreciate rather than like a bug.
Right. Exactly.
System,
And I know that's really like the make or break part right there for a lot of people, because I know consumers don't really want to spend the time to assemble something, even though some assembly is required.
Yeah, no, but it takes away like them spending money on like a factory trying to assemble it and moving that to you and basically giving you the savings from it.
And at least if you buy a set, like an entire set, you'll have like repeats of like 2 or 3 figures. So in case you mess up, you have the chance to start all over again.
Yeah. And also the candy's really good. So
yes, it is. It's really good.
Yeah. They recently switched in Geo. They switched the candy, like the regular sweet tart-esque candy, to just gum of the same flavor, and I was really upset.
Oh.
And Yudo's the only one that actually has candy in their candy toys still.
I think the Q Ranger ones were banana flavored, if I remember correctly. I don't want to go. I still have some extra ones, but I don't want to eat the candy because it's been 2 years.
Oh, but okay. So I don't know if I should.
I think it might have been banana. I think it might have been.
I got I had purchased some older Gaim candy toys, and I'm still, I've got the candy there, and I don't know. I just threw it into my candy toy or my candy pile. I don't know if I should eat those, but
you should have given it
really
out for
good.
Halloween. What was that? You can cut that out. It's all right.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Leave that in, please.
Yeah, good. I mean, it's not going to be my problem if the kids take it. So
yeah, it's not my problem either. It's still individually wrapped.
Yeah, exactly. Like nothing got in. It's just the thing inside might not be the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's about all I wanted to cover.
Cool.
Is there anything you'd like to say toward the end of this about just candy toys in general before we sort of wrap up?
Hey, if anybody has any kind of pull at Bandai Japan, send them this podcast so that they can make the final Ryu Soldier set. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Please make sure that happens.
Please. Aside from that, just candy toys in general, they are a lot better than the crappy vinyl figures that come out every single year.
Yeah.
So I can say that with high confidence. Like, really, do you want a figure that can't bend its legs? You get the Yudo figures. You could bend its legs, do the splits, everything.
It's really weird though. Yudo can't twist it at the torso.
I know. I missed that. We're at the waist. Oh.
Yeah. Oh well. That's the only place where vinyl has a
Hey,
speed.
listen, beggars can't be choosers.
Exactly. And these are pretty good figures in total.
Yeah. I can't recommend them enough. I say go for it,
Yeah, definitely. So, Sentai 5, where can they find you? What are you up to? What other things are you doing?
I've been insanely busy. I've been trying to work on my Power Ranger Hexagon videos for those of you who follow me for that very reason. I know there's quite a few people who do that. Those videos are coming back. Hasbro has been putting a lot of claims on my older videos, which has really put me out of commission for almost the entire year. But I'm coming back. I'm coming back soon. Aside from that, you can find me on Twitter. That's where I'm most active on social media. I have a DeviantArt, but I haven't really updated that in over a year. I log in every now and then just to keep the account alive, but I haven't. I'm trying to use it again. I think I will soon enough.
Cool.
Aside from that, I'm just collecting, really.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Oh, find us on Legion of Boom also.
Yeah. Legion of Boom and the Buildcasters?
Buildcasters, yeah. That's our Gundam / mecha anime podcast.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. So yeah. Thank you once again to Sentai Five for hopping on.
No problem.
And make sure
Thanks for having me. It's been an honor.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And if you like this episode, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Or if this is uploaded onto your podcast streaming service of choice, then I don't know. Well, what's the thing that you're supposed to do? Like, rate and do a thing about it. So
drop a comment also.
Yeah, is that possible? I didn't know.
Or some kind of review or something. I know iTunes does that.
Okay, yeah, do a review. Do one of those. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
See you guys.